Rivers State High Court adjourns Governor Fubara's impeachment case indefinitely. Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority gears up for nationwide gas and petroleum product distribution.
Offshore, that's deep sea, to cover all of the operations from exploration to production.
Plus, Institution of Safety Professionals of Nigeria holds induction and inauguration ceremony for new members.
We are driving safety now, especially with the Gizmo Act, and we're ensuring that it's only professionals that are on board the safety right now in this country, Nigeria.
Good evening and many thanks for joining us on the news at 7. I am Ifoma Umisa. Joining me tonight is Moses Eunice, the sign language interpreter. Welcome. Transmission of the news can also be viewed on our social media platforms currently shown on your screen. Like our page and our platforms to get updates of our news and programs. Be a patriotic citizen, as ignorance of the law is not an excuse for breaking it. Obey the law. Now the news in detail. Justice Florence Fiberisima of Oyibo High Court of Rivers State, sitting in Port Harcourt, has adjourned indefinitely the suit filed by Governor Siminalayi Fubara and his deputy, Professor Ngozi Odu, challenging the impeachment processes against them by the Speaker and 26 other members of Rivers State House of Assembly, as well as the clerk of the House, the lead counsel to Matthew Chike Amewule, and 27 other House of Assembly members. S.I. Amen, as senior advocate of Nigeria, informed the court about the appeal which has been entered and orally applied the court to stop further hearing pending the determination of the appeal. The oral applications were not opposed by the lead claimants. Claimant counsel Paul Orikolo San and Lawrence Okojaja, who is the counsel to 28 to 10 defendants in the court, who are Okojojo, Jumbo, Sokari Goodboy, and Orubian Timothy. Ruling on the application, the presiding judge, Justice Florence Fiberisima, adjourned it indefinitely, following the proof of 2 separate appeals which have been entered, a decision which she said will enable the appeal court to determine the suit before it. Recall that the Rivers State High Court of Oyibo local government area, sitting in Port Harcourt, issued an interim order of injunction against the Speaker of Rivers State House of Assembly, Matthew Chike Amewule, and 32 others, including the clerk of the House and Chief Judge of Rivers State. The order restrained the Speaker and 27 other members of House of Assembly from forwarding articles of impeachment or other documents or communication to Chief Judge with the sole aim of setting up a panel to investigate alleged gross misconducts. All is now set for widespread gas and petroleum product distribution aimed at reducing costs, closing value chain gaps, and improving access across Nigeria. Chief Executive Officer, Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, Saudu Mohammed, gave the indication on the initiative, which he says will strengthen energy security and support economic growth nationwide. Osinachi Samuel reports.
This is day 2 of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority's team operational visit to key downstream facilities in Port Harcourt. The inspection tour of Stock Gap Fuels Limited, Nigeria's Petrochemical Limited, and the Century Horizon Gas Company offered a first-hand view of their storage, processing, distribution, safety, and environmental compliance operations across the midstream and downstream value chain, in line with the regulatory mandate under the Petroleum Industry Act 2021.
We need a lot of cylinders in Nigeria. Matter of fact, this company has the ambition to throw in 5 million cylinders within the Nigerian market within the next 5 years. That's our ambition. And you will agree with me that that aligns with federal government initiative.
You visited us, you made your inputs,
which has also helped us to ensure that we're on the right side of regulations and law, and also on the right side of safety, and we're operating well.
We want to continue to grow that, extensively in Nigeria, so that that gets to every corner, of Nigeria, and we're able to see balanced growth, in Nigeria.
The Chief Executive Officer, Said Mohammed, was impressed and emphasized that the private sector remains the driver of Nigeria's economy, and commended industry players for initiatives that enhance standards and smooth supplies of products.
We will knock out the entire nation and start allocating those what we call GDLs, gas distribution network companies that will operate in those systems, and thereby keying into the government desire to have gas penetration into the country in all nook and corners of the country. We will depend on where the transmission lines reach, but where the transmission pipelines are not there, then we now rely on this same kind of companies for what we call the virtual distribution.
As Nigeria continues to expand its downstream capacity, operators remain critical to ensuring energy security, regional development, and a more resilient petroleum distribution network. In Port Harcourt, Osinachi Samuel, NTA News.
The advocacy of incorporating safety as a subject into schools' curriculum appears to be gaining momentum as the Institute of Safety Professionals of Nigeria gathered in Port Harcourt for an induction and inauguration ceremony. Uchechukwu Owe has details.
Gathered here are professionals, members and fellows from diverse backgrounds of human endeavors. They have come under an umbrella as inductees into the Institute of Safety Professionals of Nigeria, a body that regulates safety activities of all major companies in Nigeria that have to do with professionals at work. The official induction oath taking will awaken the consciousness of its members that safety enhances competence, reinforces professionalism, and ensures its workforce remains connected to the national and global best practices. Similarly, the inauguration of its new chapter at Total Energy EP Nigeria Limited sets the standard for safety culture maintenance and practices. While appreciating the inductees, the President, ISPON, Chief Ubeze Stephen, notes that as custodians of safety, their actions will shape the future of operations.
People advocate out there and ensure that Nigerians do the right thing. All these years, we are not visible, but we are visible now. We are driving safety now, especially with the ISPON Act, and we're ensuring that it's only professionals that are on board the safety right now in this country, Nigeria.
The chairman, ISPON River State Branch, Shola Jonathan, and its partners, Total Energies, says safety is not optional, it is foundational. From the dashboard of the inductees, safety advocacy is not negotiable.
I'm a bona fide member of ISPON, and this has also shown to us, or to me, that we need to do more to cooperate and uplift the existence and progress and the programs and projects and objectives of ISPON.
It's actually life we want to impact, not just in the company or in the industry, globally. So I feel happy. It's a nice feeling. I feel happy. I also feel the great responsibility that is coming. After
NTA News.
A student-centered based workshop, IMAT Elevate Teachers Workshop, has held in River State with a focus on practical training methods in teaching mathematics. Uchechike Onwe again reports.
With the slogan "Train the trainer became pertinent as Teach Girls Tech Foundation bends on changing the narratives as regards to the phobia associated with mathematics by students. Over 40 teachers drawn from both public primary and junior secondary schools participating in a one-day workshop were empowered on using the best methodology in teaching mathematics as a subject, using artificial intelligence tools, scratch coding, abacus, as well as mathematics game. For the convener, mathematics is life, as her passion for mathematics has shaped her existence. Hence, the practical training is to awaken the consciousness of mathematics teachers that they are the foundation of how long students can go on developing interest for the subject.
It's a student-centered workshop, but we're going to the foundation, which is the primary and the junior secondary school, to train the teachers. So it's a train the trainer initiative where we empower teachers on game-based methods and other modern methods of teaching mathematics, making mathematics more accessible, making mathematics fun, and helping students to increase their critical thinking and capacity. The special needs are also the forgotten ones, so maths can help.
From the State Ministry of Education, the government is committed to partnering organizations that are educationally inclined on impacting on the mental growth of children.
In the primary and the secondary school, maybe they are afraid of the word maths, but they don't know that it's very helpful. So with that, my primary secretary see it as something important for both the teachers and the children. So
for the participants, the workshop iMath Elevate Teachers has exposed them to the inclusive method of teaching mathematics as against the regimented pattern.
To teach those children using demonstration and the things which they will teach, the coding aspects, the abacus and the rest of them.
If they use some innovative tools, strategies, approaches, if they learn it on how to use it and then teach the students, definitely their learning outcomes will improve in mathematics.
It is expected that the exercise will capture all the schools in Rivers State, after which a competition would be slated. In Port Harcourt, Uchechukwu Onwe, NTA News.
The National Youth Service Corps Batch C Stream 1 2026 Corps member, having taken the oath of allegiance, affirmed their commitment to serve the nation diligently as camp activities commenced. Titi Layo Job has the details.
The swearing-in ceremony of the 2026 Batch A Stream 1 Corps members at the orientation camp in Nonwa Bantai, Rivers State, signals the beginning of the orientation course as the Chief Judge of Rivers State, represented by Honorable Justice Prince Chika, administers these oaths to the Corps members.
To the ideas of the National Youth Service Corps.
The Governor of Rivers State, represented by Dr. Benibo Anabraba, while declaring the orientation course open, describes the scheme as a veritable vehicle for mobilizing educated Nigerian youths towards national development, renewal, and rebirth. He charges them to be exemplary, dedicated, and committed in all they do, both on camp and throughout the national service year.
I charge you to be exemplary, dedicated and committed in all you do, both here on camp and throughout the service year, in order to repay Nigerians the hope and trust placed on you.
The state coordinator, Moses Olehe, says a total of 2,538 Corps members have registered so far. He enumerates several exercises packaged to instill the ideal values and objectives of the NYSC scheme into the Corps members.
I charge the prospective Corps members to please take the inspiring and transforming lessons of the orientation exercise very seriously, especially the security
lectures, skill acquisition and entrepreneurship development program, SAID, training, and the other line of programs and activities.
With the oath duly administered and camp activities set to commence, the core members pledge loyalty to Nigeria with dedication and patriotism.
I'm going to be faithful to the country, in discipline and selflessness.
And I'm opportunity to be blessed, like being a writer, so you can actually teach other people to learn some tech skills.
From Noah Bantai, local government area of Rivers State, Titilayo Job, NTA News.
If you are just joining us, this is NTA Port Harcourt News at 7. So far in the news, we informed you that Rivers State High Court has adjourned Governor Fubara's impeachment case indefinitely. Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority has geared up for nationwide gas petroleum product distribution. We also told you that the Institution of Safety Professionals of Nigeria has held its induction and inauguration ceremony for new members. More reports after the break. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Spring Park Hotel, a place where comfort meets true class. Enjoy luxury rooms, fine dining, and a peaceful atmosphere.